Hello, Mr. Ed here on that really chilly, nasty Saturday, January 11th, 2025. That's right. The first, well, it's not the first Saturday of the month. It's supposed to be the first Saturday of the month, but I just wasn't able to do the live broadcast on the first because I was in Louisville. Uh, at the NAHBE, having a great time. Good morning, Keith. Hey, Dr. Bruce, Grant, and who else? There was somebody else. Uh, thank you all so very much. Oh no, look, I can't believe it. The 628 Dirt Rooster joining in at 9 sharp. Hey Randy, you must have not gone to bed at all last night if if you're joining this first thing. Elise from South Africa. Man, it's the second person from South Africa. Oh, thank you, Mihadi. Thank you very much. So, Randy, since you're up early, what are you doing? Look, you see that? Key's already telling you hello. Jonathan, good morning. Wooblings Bees, good morning. Brian, Flower Street Farm Bees from Colorado. Man, great to have you this morning, Brian. Thank you. Michelle Atkins, good morning. So I asked the question, hey, Phil, my first, no, Jonathan's already there. So I already got members already chiming in, taking tires to the recycling place. And maybe you ought to bring some of your equipment there with you as you're going, huh? Frankie, good morning. So I asked, oh, I can't believe you bees. Good morning, Mike. Michelle, good morning from New Hampshire. Ooh, man, it's cold up there. Wayne Becker from New York. One of the what I asked in the comment I left for you all. Big Dog Ron, good morning. And happy to 2020 to you as well. Look at that. Tom and Melissa, good morning. Oh, it's just Melissa. Tom's not there. Hey, I got to show you stuff off in a little bit, Melissa. A man to Delling from the foothills of North Carolina. I can't even say it. A man T. Sorry. Taylor boys, good morning. Yeah, I know a bunch of you people know each other. I know that. Oh, hey, Randy, what's the name of the club of all those people that they belong to? Laura, good morning. Southeast Michigan. Um, hey, Larry, good morning to you, brother. Big Rod 100 from South Carolina. Hey, I'm supposed to be speaking in Columbia. I think it's man, July. I think it's July. Adrian from Poland. Good morning. Thank you. Hey, Adrian, what time is it over there? Kentucky from Wooblings B. So the question I asked right at the very beginning in my comment was, I want to know what the temperature is where you are and where you are. So I'd like to just kind of know that. 37 degrees here in right here at the Abbey. Nasty outside, overcast, dreary, and look at that, Peter White. I'm living in Thailand. Do you know how I get started? That's a whole. Good morning, Jonathan. That's that. Start watching some YouTube videos about keeping bees in Thailand. That's they. I'm sure that you all can do that really, really good over there. 22 in Maine. That's kind of like a heat wave, isn't it, Jonathan? 32 in North Carolina. JB, good morning. Fahrenheit, Malik. 30 in South Carolina. Bible blessings. That's I know from Africa. It'll come to me. Good morning from Glenside, Pennsylvania, right outside of Philly. It's snow and 30. Oh, y'all can have that snow. Laura, 25 in Clarkston, Michigan. Woo! 35 in Abbeville, South Carolina. We were real close to, oh no, that says Libya, from Libya. Wow. 25 with 4 inches of snow in Virginia. You can have it, Larry. You can have it. 30 today. Almost had to take my jacket off. 26 in upstate New York. 34 in North Carolina. 27 in Kentucky. 21 in southeast Oklahoma. Ooh, it's cold over there. Hey, Sherry, good morning. And Happy New Year to you, too. Hey, Terry Sanders. Good morning, Terry. Terry, what's the temperature outside? I know it's cold up there. Alum, 28 in North Texas. Ooh, my goodness. Teddy's New England. Good morning. 46 in Jacksonville, Florida. Ooh, wee. Hey, good morning, John. I got something going talking to him. 36 in Lakewood, Colorado. 30 and snowing in Maine. 20 in southern New York. Ooh, 21 in snow. Thanks, Terry. 26 in snowing in New Hampshire for Michelle. Alvin Colson, 19 in Rock, Minnesota. Is it Minnesota? Yeah, I guess it is. Hey, Alec, good morning. So, Alec, I met Alec up in New York. Awesome, awesome time. Not in New York, but in Louisville. Great to see you this morning, Alec. Looking at 37 Celsius. Woo. Tony C., 33 degrees in Clover, South Carolina. The bees are cozy, though. Thank goodness. 34 with snow on the ground. Thank you, Sherry. Dan Leonard, 24 with 2.5 inches of snow in Indiana. Oh, now this is the one I like. Shirkin, 60 in Central Florida. Now that's my kind of temperature. Good morning, Robert, 33 in Denton. Denton, I knew that already. Hey, Annette, good morning to you. Alvin is in Michigan. The real deal. I am from Saudi Arabia, and it's cold here too. What's the temperature in Saudi Arabia? James Kaplan, 1 degree Celsius in the UK. Woo, woo. Easy reader, good morning. 31 in Powder Springs, Georgia. Central Kansas bees. Frigid here right now at 26 and 9 inches of snow and ice. Woo. Poor guys, poor bees. 21 and snow in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Woo. South Africa up north, towns called Lindenberg. Lots and lots of rain. Bees struggling to make honey. 26 degrees Celsius, and it'll be 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Thank you, Evan. South Cumberland Mountains Bee Works. Barry Hornbuckle. 22 Mount Eagle Mountain, Tennessee, 5 inches of snow. Oh, man, you guys can have that snow. The Biker Bee, Brockton, Massachusetts, 31 in snow. And I like that little snow cloud right there. Short Pants Bee Farm. That's a great one. I don't think you're in short pants right now, though, if you're from far north of Wisconsin. Michael Harris, 23 in Lafarge, Wisconsin, and camping. Golly. Eddie Eve, 34 in Salisbury, Indiana. A total of 14 inches of snow on the ground. Oh, Richard Berner, 22, off Lake Erie. Oh, keeping bees with a smile in Amherst, Ohio. Yeah, I wouldn't be smiling. Nancy, Southeast Pennsylvania, north of Philly. Oh, I missed it. Michael Jones from Mobile. The real deal, 10. Woo, that's cold. Short Pants Bee Farm, a warm 15 degrees Fahrenheit in the big town of Rib Lake. And a lot of wind. How's it going, Mr. Ed? Thank you for reading my letter and putting it on your wall. Oh, Sean. My children and family were very excited to see that. Oh, you're very welcome. Michael Duncan, Bee Club meeting this morning, 3 hours. You got time to join us. Yeah, I might do that too. Nancy, golly, they're coming in too fast. I got to slow this down. Glad to find chatty folks on a Saturday morning. I think because it's cold, so cold outside, they're right by their fires, so keep it warm. Josh Williams, are you going to be at NAHBE next year? God willing, I'm planning on it. Couldn't make it this year, unfortunately. Yeah, I definitely have high hopes of doing that, and I'm going to be talking about that later on this morning once we get enough comments going through. Mr. Ed, do you have room for me and my bees down there? I'm tired of this winter. Central Kentucky bees. Yeah, come on down. We got plenty of room. And I got lots of room in the back here at the Abbey. Dennis Barney, 26 in Texas. Oof. Jeff, you seem so cheerful all the time. Well, a lot of that's got to do with that I'm retired. So and you know when you're retired and your time is your own and you get to keep bees, well, plus the faith inside of me, that's really what gives me my spark. Sir, can remember to like and subscribe, people. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for that. That'd be awesome because I know the rooster is still out there. So if you all don't mind hitting that thumbs up for me, and we're going to be able to take this to the rooster and tell him he might catch more swarms than me, but I'm going to get more thumbs up than him. So the temperature here at the Abbey is 37. I just looked at my phone. And we are supposed to be warming up to 50 today, and the sun is supposed to come out later this afternoon. But right now, you don't want to go outside right now. It's nasty. West Cliff Honey Company, John, look forward to seeing you in Colorado in March. That's right. I will be going up to Pueblo, Colorado. I think it's March the 9th, and I'll be speaking at their conference. I can't believe it. They they want me to be the keynote speaker, and they have people. Let's see. I know Michael Palmer is going to be there, as well as there's another big name. It's not coming to me. But anyway, I can't believe they want me to be the keynote. So thank you all, Colorado beekeepers, for inviting me and asking me to be the keynote speaker. Nancy, Southeast Pennsylvania beekeeper. I keep stealing your chatty folks frame. Charlie Carnell, thanks for helping me with my YouTube notifications so I know when you're going live. Well, so it's going to be well, Brian, I'm going to be coming up there in March, so I hope to meet you up there. Hey, good morning, Brian Bennett. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, just like I post my videos every Friday. Because I post a video every Friday, and I said at the end of last year that beginning of this year I want to go live the first Saturday of every month. So that's going to be the new deal for 2025, is that I'll be going live on the first Saturday of every month. Now, obviously, today is the second Saturday of the month of January, but being that I was in Louisville on the first, and I was just swamped, there's just no way that I could go live when I was up there. So I just transferred it to this Saturday. But from now on, you can almost rest assured that on the first Saturdays of the month, I will be going live, and that's the only really time that I plan on it going live, because I really do enjoy going live. It's a little bit nervous for me to begin, but once I begin, it's just a good time. And thank you all so much for joining me this morning. Stephen Snitcher from TC Carmen and Sons Apiary in Bingham, New York, 24 degrees. Golly, that's up north. I would like to welcome you to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Thank you, Real Deal. Thank you very much. Come to Denton this Tuesday night at 7 o'clock at club meeting. Well, Robert, that would be awesome if I could just jump on over there. And thank you for the invite, too. Who knows? It won't be this week for sure, but I might take you up on it. CZ Digger. Good morning to all. Hello, Mr. Ed. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody as well. Hope all the beekeepers have a great 2025. Always look forward to the new videos. Thank you, CZ. Elise Jobray, found your video on building inner covers. Very helpful. Oh, good. I've been making the covers that way now probably for the last 4 years, and I found that the hive beetles really, they can't get into any of the cracks. So they might be able to get up into the center, up into the top, but the bees can get up there and take care of them up there, keep them corralled up there. But I think even more important is that with the bottom of that inner cup so close to the top of the frames in that second box, they can build those corrals to put the beetles in. We really do have a lot of beetle problems down here, and so I try to help the bees a little bit. Not that I'm going to go in there or anything to do anything for them, but they by building those type of covers, it allows them to build the corrals between the top of the frames and the bottom of that inner cover. It does work really good for me. Joanne Edson from North Carolina. Good morning. Did you get anything cool from the Bee Expo? Oh man. Well, since you asked the question, maybe I should get into that stuff right now. So I'm gonna, yeah, I got overwhelmed with cool stuff. You don't want to see no beetles; they're no good. The whole experience. Good morning, Dawson. The whole experience of the NAHBE, the North American Honeybee Expo, it's just incredible, and I feel somewhat guilty being able to go to it because I know there's so many that would love to go that simply can't go for whatever reason, and I feel blessed enough. Good morning, Swarmstead. Good morning, Bill Barnes. Uh, I'm blessed to be able to go. So I don't mean to rub salt on the wounds for those not being EPC. Good morning for those not able to go. But if I like to share some of the excitement that I had, and maybe next year for those that weren't able to attend this year or the previous years, maybe you can get it into your schedule and it might work for you. Good morning, Wendy from Denmark. Oh goodness. EA, good morning from Texas. And good morning to you, Susan, as well. All right, so some of the cool stuff that I got. I got a box. let me show you. So one of the things that I got, and I'm not going to show everything. I just got some of the things. So I'm going to have to stand up to show you this one. This one is from a company called Bee Quip, and his name is Ryan, who came up with this idea. And it's this big garbage bag, right? A big garbage bag like this, and it's like, I don't know, 6 foot tall. No, it's got to be like 7 or 8 foot. And what you do is I'm rolling it up because I don't want it to be all unrolled. So this is it. It comes in these rolls. Actually, I think you can get them in rolls of packages of 30. This is just one of them. And you put your supers with drawn comb in these things to protect them from wax moth. I think it's 7 mil thickness plastic. Pretty cool stuff. Not that I will probably ever use these because I store my honey supers just out. Good morning, Brian. Brian, hang loose because I got something that I got to tell you about. I'll probably never use these things, but it's a great idea for those that don't have as many hives as we do, which is way too many, 180, I think. And I store mine outside, as you know. But for someone who only has just 8 or 9 hives, to store your drawn comb in these bags to protecting them from moths, that is really, really cool. Dave Rowden. So good to see you again at the Expo. It was, Dave. It was awesome. Plus, I got a chance to. Now that was one of the highlights for me. I had all kind of highlights, but thanks so much for bringing Jerome with you, Darren with you to it, because I've been knowing Darren Jerome. That's Jerome Bee Farms. I think that's the name of his channel. I've been knowing Darren, golly, almost since the beginning of my YouTube channel, because Darren was one of the first beekeepers that sent me pictures of his apiary, his bee yard. And at that time, I think he had half a dozen or 12 hives. I can't remember exactly, but I remember what impressed me was he had pictures of it in the wintertime, and there was snow covering it. And Darren lives in Oklahoma, right outside of Oklahoma City, I believe. Good morning, Mike from Vermont. Tom, good morning from Yuma, Arizona. So, hey, Tom, how's it feel not to be on the road all that much? So that was one of the things I got. Another thing I got. Now, this was a pretty interesting one right here. This is you put this gadget on your honey bucket, and as you fill it, the plunger right here, you take off this little pin, and there's a plunger, and it's like, I guess it's like acts like in a float in the toilet, where as it reaches a level, it will sound an alarm. Now, I'm not going to be using any of these because I don't put my honey in buckets. I use the drums. So I've got this. I'm going to be giving this to somebody who I know keeps all of his honey in buckets, and I'm trying to convince him to go drums, and that would be world famous Mike Barry. He needs to go to drums because he's going to be into honey production as well. Let me see. Loma Vista Bee Company. Good morning. Let's see. EPC for the prison. Yeah, well, yeah, that was one of the things that I brought up to the NAHBE. I gave away things as well, and I was happy to. What Gunline Bees is on here already? I didn't miss you. Oh my goodness. Now I forgot what I was going to say. Doggone it. All right, well, I'm going to move on. Oh, wait, but let me give a shout out to that Honeybee Bucket Alarms. That's JL Apiaries, and that's his number. And he sells these little honey alarms in a various number of ways. And wait, may as well, for the bee bag, let me put up his little card for those that want to get in touch with him for those. So it's called BeeQuip, Practical Beekeeping Gear. And that's Ryan. And I like how he says he's a beekeeper, a tool nerd, mentor, and he's a problem solver. We need a lot of them. All right. Iceman 1995. God bless you, Mr. Ed, from Australia. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Jared Cornell. Shiv. Hey, so Tim, is it Tim or Han? I don't know which one he is, but I gotta apologize. Now, I had brought a big box to carry all the prison shanks, and I bet you I signed 100 and something, 120 of these things, and I gave these away to people that came up and talked to me. I was going around. I had about 20 or 30 of them in my book bag, and I'd get my pen out and I'd sign them, and then sometimes the Dirt Rooster would sign them too. But I had this big box, and at the end of it, I just put whatever stuff was I had back in the box. And Tim and Hannah, I did not know it, but inadvertently, I took your salsa that Brian from Baker Bee had given to you. So, I'll let you know how good this stuff tastes because I'm a big fan of salsa. Now, Brian, his wife had also made some really, really nice sourdough rolls, and that was something for the competition up there. Whether it was making something with honey in it, and so these sourdough rolls had honey in them. Oh man! And I know she bakes bread as well. And I asked her months ago, said I want some of that bread. So when she was there, she said, "Well, I got this right here." And so she gave me the sourdough balls, and me and Mona ate those things. Hey, James, good morning. Don't feel too bad, Buttons. He stole a bunch of my honey too. No, Rooster, I did not steal any. Now I'm gonna get to the honey that people. I gotta say this. I got a lot of honey, but the 628 Dirt Rooster, he got twice, if not more, than that honey. But I will say this: I did not spend much time. Uh, So Tim says Dirt Rooster called last night and said Mr. Ed stole y'all salsa. It wasn't stolen, Tim. It was inadvertently appropriated. That's all. I didn't steal it, but I will say I am going to be eating that. Freedom Apiaries from Eastern Tennessee. Good morning. Well, it's true, Brian. Uh, the sourdough balls, those things were awesome, and I can hardly wait to taste your salsa. So the rooster really got a ton of honey. Uh, I I've got a few bottles. In fact, thanks, Tim. I know I will. Let me show you some of the other stuff that I got. Let's see. Oh yeah. So Melissa, you and Tom. From Via Bees, Honeybees. Tom and Melissa are up in St. Louis, and they gave me a hat as well as a T-shirt as well with their logo on it. Really, really nice. Thank you guys for that. Also, I'm wearing it underneath. Remember, it's 37 outside, so I got my sweatshirt that Mona, look at that. Is that awesome? Mona has got so much talent. She made these for me, for Good Time Charlie, and for Wreck-It Ralph. She made us 2 sweatshirts. So this morning I have on my Mona sweatshirt, but underneath that I have my let's see. This is my liner that I put it underneath my jacket. And then under that, let's see. Let me wait. This is, look at that. Dr. B's Real Local Raw Honey from Walcott, Iowa. And it's Dr. B because uh, uh, he's a vet. And this is also his business card right there. And he is a vet and an apiarist. And so, James, thank you very much for the shirt, and Tom and Melissa, thank you for your shirt and the hat as well. Another cool thing that I got, and this is from from my buddies Stan and Jennifer Evans. I met Stan Evans three 3 years ago at when it was Hive Life in Surville, and I was just immediately impressed with Stan because he is an inventor, a fabricator. He's just a man loaded with talent. And between him and his wife, their their uh, their business name is called Whiskey Trail Bees. And yeah, they do bees, but Jennifer is she's into managing. Man, I can't even remember the exact title for it, but she does a lot of business stuff. But Stanley, he is got just loaded with talent, with creating things, and so he builds all kind of stuff, hive stands, um, honey straw dispensers, the things that dispense honey into straws, and several other things, and they go to shows and sell the stuff that Stanley makes. And so Stanley, this is your shout out, and yours too, Jennifer. And this is the little gift that they made for me and gave to me when I was up there. I love this. This is gonna hang up on the wall someplace I did because I really just love that. He said that you can bend these inside circles and you could set it outside as a wind catcher and it would just spin. But I'm just so impressed with that. So Stanley, thank you for that. And Jennifer, don't forget, I haven't forgotten. I will be sending y'all your little present soon. All right, let's see. Loma Vista Bees. Let's see. Yes, they are. They really are, Melissa. All right. Raging Demon Fee. I've been watching you since I was 25, and now you're 30. Where are you from, Raging Demon? Where are you? So I'm sorry if I haven't been following along with the comments. I got a lot of stuff to go through, and I know we're not going to be able to get it all. So we're talking about stuff that I got. The other thing I got, and it's actually, I got one from me and I got one from Good Time Charlie. And while we were there, I have a buddy, Tad, who lives in Hawaii, and he is like the beekeeper that I know personally that catches the most swarms every year. He probably catches 100 swarms a year. But I mean, living where he lives, Vor Snack. Good morning. Thank you, Laura. So Tad lives in Hawaii, and he watches a lot of my videos, comments, and so especially around swarm season for us, he's always commenting on me and the rooster, our antics with that. And he came over to me. He said, "Jeff, you got to go get yourself one of these veils." EPC. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much. I think you should patent the prison shave and sell it at NAHBE. Now, I'd rather give it away. It's just a lot more fun than selling it. And golly, it's so everybody that got one of these things, they were just so impressed. And I wish I could give them to everybody. It's just impossible. But if you go to NAHBE next year, I will be bringing these. So maybe that'd be a little incentive to go. And it's just a lot of fun. And I sign them, and Dirt Rooster signed them. We had great fun with these things. So Tad told me, you got to go get this hat. And so these are the hats that I got. Now, Dirt Rooster had given me one long time ago. It's just a veil hat, and it's got some shoulder straps on it. So when I can wear these things when them bees calm down, where I don't have to put my suit on. I love this thing. It's straw, got a really nice strong veil. It's like the bees aren't going to get through that. It's really nice. So I got one for me, and I got one for Good Time Charlie. So that's really the only thing that I got when I was up there. Let's see what else is down here. Okay, so that's all of that stuff. And I said that. So the other thing that I got, and this was hey, I didn't say good morning, Russell. Thank you for joining. Morris Armstead, good morning. They're really nice. And oh yeah, so they came from these people, Bees Needs Beekeeping Supplies. And at the show, those veils were 2 for $25. I mean, that is a great price for that. And then they threw in this hat for me when I was, hey, good morning, Captain Brian. Oh, I'm happy to hear that you're doing well. So Bees Needs, that's where you can order those. Let me get y'all get that. Bees Needs Beekeeping Supplies. And I don't know where they're out of. Another thing that I got. Good morning, Wayne. Oh, thank you, Annette. Annette with a super chat. You're so wonderful, Annette. Thank you. And you know, Annette, you always are doing nice for me. And we got nice things on the wall over there behind me from Annette. And I'm so appreciative of all the stuff you do from Annette. Thad Ainsworth from Las Vegas. So getting back to stuff that I got from NAHBE, this is something that I'm really excited about. So this company called Apis Tactical, that's the company name. Me too, Gary. Me too. They produce gloves. That's what I first noticed about them. And all of y'all know that I wear gloves when I work bees, when I do cutouts. And it's one of the, good morning, Steve from Texas. Sun Honey Studio. Woo! Congratulations. The gloves are just something that I've been looking for, some gloves that that will work for me. And Apis Tactical, they came up with a design that I'm really anxious to try out. And these are the gloves that I got when I was up there. And these are goat skin right here. But what's really impressive is how the webbing on these things is that there's at least 3/16 of an inch gap between the cloth on the top of this and then the material underneath it, and then there's another material under that. So the stinger can't. It's going to be very difficult for the bees stinger to get through this stuff, and they do offer a lot of dexterity, as well as the fact that it goes far up on my wrist. So I really do like this, and I'm anxious to try it. Hey, Bobby Greenleaf, good morning. Oh, thank you, Laura. Thank you very much. And thank you for your blessing, too. Oh, gosh. Another super chat. Oh, thank you very much, Laura. I'm really anxious to get these things out in the field and to see how they're going to work for me. So you're going to see me using these. I swear by Guardian Bee Apparel, because I know that for me, they really work well. But I'm anxious as well to see how good Apis Tactical does. And so he also threw in this little repair kit for. So look, Captain Brian says his wife got these gloves for him for a Christmas present, and he says they fit incredible. Learn about Islam. I wonder how hot they are down here. That's another thing I'm going to be looking about, Brian. I know one of my biggest thing about suits, because we're just so hot down here. How is that going to work out? But he also gave me a little repair kit for the bee suit, and this thing is really cool. Look at all the goodies. Oops, you got some material to put on the cloth itself. You got some glue, some thread, scissors, needles, all this stuff in this little repair kit, which is pretty slick. And guys don't do it, but they even give you an instruction guide to repair your kit. And then he also gave me an emergency repair kit that it's got duct tape on it, and you can, as well as the patch. So thank you so much for all that, Jeff. Thank you very much. And the other thing, let's see, let me read some of these. So Dan Wise says, good morning, Jeff. Those are the best gloves we've ever used. Dexterity was unmatched. Thanks for doing the live chat today. Now I'm really excited about these. When I saw these and I put them on, I said, man, I got to try this thing. So I'm really looking forward to putting these on. Wait, no more duct tape repairs? Oh yeah, there'll always be duct tape repairs. If I put duct tape on every hole of my bee suit, it would just be a duct tape suit, and it wouldn't even breathe anymore. Hey, good morning, Ruth from the UK. Lord Nagatron, do the gloves come in chainmail? No, I think that wouldn't go over too good. A little bit heavy. DCBs, good morning. Richard Berner, the real alien. Read the instructions and then hand your man card. That's right, Phil. That's right. Real men don't read instructions. Whoa, Clay. Good morning, Clay. I'm getting up to you, Clay. You stay tuned because I got a couple of things to talk about you. Karen from the Netherlands. Good morning. It's always going good, DC. Always going. Top of the morning, Ruth. It's 3:40 in the afternoon. All right, so let me get back. Let's see to the other thing that really I had on my agenda. Deborah, good morning. Hey, what's the temperature outside? You see it's snowing, but what's the outside temperature in Montana, Deborah? The brand of that was called. Let me put it up there. Apis Tactical. That's the brand name, and they're online. You can find them online. I'm really looking forward to seeing how all this stuff works. And I talked with Jeff for like his name is Jeff. I talked to him for like, oh my gosh, at least 45 minutes. He was probably one of the few that I talked to the most. That's a long time. It's minus 2 degrees Celsius in the Netherlands. Ugh, too cold for me. All right. So what? Oh yes, the other thing that I had on my radar to do when I was there is I needed to talk to this guy. One of the, and I know that most of you all know that I am a very much hands-off beekeeper, that I allow the bees to take care of themselves almost exclusively. It's rare for me to go into our hives to do inspections, to feed them, to treat. We don't treat. So it's just like I keep the bees for the monks, but I'm very much a hands-off beekeeper, and so we've been on this path of non-interference since the inception of the Abbee Honey, and the the part about hands-off also is the part of me really not even keeping track of our bees to the point that the monks don't even know where 3/4 of their hives are. They're spread out over an area of about, well, it's a 30-mile radius from the Abbey. So I go out 30 miles, but whew, when I hit all of our yards, I probably travel about 100 and it's over 100 miles that I travel if I visit every one of. Thank you, Mike. Happy New Year, Peter. Uh, I travel over 100 miles if I go to all the yards. And they don't, like I said, they don't even know where their yards are. So I was asked by the abbot if we could really start compiling information, not only on specific hives, but just really where hives are, how many we have. And so I started prior to me going to Richard, good morning. Prior to me going to the NAHBE, I started looking at companies that do monitoring, not specific hive monitoring, but more of numbering of hives and keeping track of hives, not the individual production or health of the hive. That all that stuff is very interesting. It's just not my cup of tea, and I don't want to do all that stuff. But I do want to, for the monks' sake, let them know where their equipment is and the number of them, and possibly even a history of those particular hives. And to do that, I needed some kind of system. So I went and I looked at a few of them, and I went and I settled on this one right here, Hive Tracks. That's the one that that I settled on, uh, and not for any particular reason other than, to me, it fit my needs the most. And so, as it turned out, he was going to be at NAHBE, and so I spent a lot of time with James, trying to come up with, just for me to be able to understand what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to be using. I downloaded their app, and look at this. The monks, they really want me to do this. So they 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 got me an iPad, and I've got the app on the iPad. So now we can go to our different yards. Uh, the monks will now know where their hives are, and then I can start giving history, building history of each individual hive. And I'm interested in two things: in following how our splits develop, once these begin in the springtime, as well as, when I do cutouts, I want to be able to follow that hive. This way I can do follow-up videos, and I know exactly which hive uh, this one is. Now, I talked to the Dirt Rooster yesterday, and I said, Randy, it's a shame. We do these cutouts, and for me, a week after I do the cutout, I don't know where this cutout is anymore. And it's hard for me to do follows. But now, with this system in place, after I've got these hives numbered or in some way identified as this particular hive, then I can start tracking them. So it's going to be Denby Honey. Good morning from the UK. It's going to be possible now for me to do some tracking. So the other reason the Abbott wanted me to do this is because, should something happen to me, and I hope nothing does, but and I'm no longer able to do bees for the monks, that the person following behind me would have some kind of record to at least begin, um, picking up where I left off. So it's really to benefit the monks and their property, but also too, I can benefit from it from just a personal perspective of seeing how these bees grow. Dennis, I'm with you. The cutouts. We're supposed to right now. We've got a an open air colony, a big one. In fact, I'm going to look at it Tuesday, that we've been trying to do, but our temperatures are so cold. I don't even want to attempt it. And I think we're going to try to do that on Wednesday of the coming week. We're supposed to hit the mid 50s on that day, so with sunshine. So I'm looking forward to do that. So uh, thank you, James, at Hive Tracks. And if y'all are interested in uh, uh, software or the app to track your bees or your hives, um, that's the one that I'll be using. So I think that was all the stuff, the stuff that I got. Well, no, I got other stuff too, and we're gonna let me get on to that right now. Joey Bags have done it. Good morning, Sean. Bees in the weed. Well, I actually met Jason, I think, Bees in the Weed at NAHBE. So great to meet you. And open air, would like to see at least one. Well, this one is a monster. Charlie and I did one, I believe it was in May of last year. And from the pictures that I see, in fact, let me see if I can pull that up on my phone and show it to you. This one is pretty impressive. Um, it's it's a hive that it looks like it's been there for a while, and all right, I'm gonna blow it up. It is up there in the tree. So Let's see if I can get it. There you go. That glare is pretty bad, but this is the picture of that open air colony. And it's going to be, I'm sorry about that glare. It's going to be difficult to work around all those branches that are woven in between all that comb. So we're going to be working off the ground about 30 feet up in the air in a bucket truck. And it's going to be, it's not going to be as easy as that last one that Charlie and I did, simply because of all the branches that are growing in there. I'm going to go look at the hive on Tuesday just to get a better idea of it. But this one is not going to be as easy. But Charlie's going to be there shooting video. Good morning, Gary Hansen. Josh, I knew it was a J. I knew it was a J from Bees in the Weeds. Charlie will be there shooting the video. So we're going to be producing, posting a video on that one fairly soon. When you do it, make a video. For sure, we're going to be doing that, for sure. So let me start with the stash of honey that I was given. Oh, good morning, Castle Hives. That I was given right there when I was there. Now the first, and I've got a dozen of them sitting right here. So let me just show. Look at the color of this one, and this one is from Clay Burner. So Clay, thank you very much for that. That is beautiful. I love that color. Our color of honey is never that light. That's just beautiful. The next one, some Ashby Miller from Ashby Farms, North Carolina. So I got to talk to Ashby and his wife. Ashby's got a YouTube channel. He's another one of them young guns that are sidelining and growing bigger. Him and Corey Stevens are good buddies, and they do a lot of the queen rearing. Really great guy. Go to Ashby's YouTube channel. It's Ashby Farms, I believe, is the name of his YouTube channel. So Ashby, thank you for your honey. Let's see. I got to move him out of the way. The next one is Old Glory Honey from West Paris, ME. Look at this. Oh, come on, get it right. There you go. Nice. All right. Let's see the next one. So this is my all-time favorite honey. I don't know why, but I love sourwood honey. And this is one of the guys that mentors Hives for Heroes, and it's called Heroes Honey. And I'm gonna read the label. It says, handcrafted by your nation's heroes, real honey, real impact. And I can't remember the name of the good man that gave me this, but man, that's some. This honey is actually going home with me today. The next one is Sutton Family Honey in Clarence, New York. Look at that pretty color, huh? Ooh. Next one, a signed bottle from Madison Apiaries from, I'll never say this one, Poughkeepsie, New York. Look at this. Love that color of that one. Look at that color. Oof, that's gorgeous. And then I got 2 bottles of this one, Pure Kentucky A&V Apiary Honey. I got 2 bottles, one for me and one for Charlie. So thank you very much for that. And then finally, the next beekeeper, I met him at the Louisiana State Conference. Another South Australian, Andrew Mays. Thank you. I met this beekeeper that was in Pineville, and at that time he didn't have it, but what really struck me is he likes to make that infused honey, that hot honey. And his name, great name, Jeff. And this is some of his honey. Jones Jeffy honey. And this one is the picante. Oh, that one. This one, the picante honey. And this one is the jalapeno honey. These two are going home with Mr. Ed. Plus, look at that cool little bottle. I like those bottles. Very nice. And he's got some peppers floating up inside of that. You see that, huh? Woo-wee. I like that hot honey. I definitely like that hot honey. All right, let's see. I got some more stuff, but let me see. Elaine Jordan from Switzerland. Good morning. Richard Walter B. Booth. That West Paris honey is from Maine. Maine. Yeah. You know, as a mailman, I should have known all the state abbreviations. But remember, I was a mailman. I retired now. It's been 15 years. So yeah, that stuff is gone. Andrew Mays from South Australia. I just got done editing a video on hot honey. That's Castle Hives. So I'm anxious to try the honey from Jeff. I really am. Look at that. Nature Image Farm. Greg Burns. Good morning. Greg, I forgot my box. When I left out of there, I was so worried about that doggone ice storm catching me. And man, I'm sorry, I forgot my box up there. So hopefully you'll hold on to it. And sometime our paths may cross during the year, and you might bring it with you. I know our paths crossed at least twice last year, so I'm sure we'll do it again. But Greg Burns, Nature's Image Farms, man, he does some awesome wax dipping. And his new thing this year, besides the regular wax dipping, is they do the copper dipping of their equipment. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. And it's wax dipping when they do the wax dipping. And he does 100% crystalline stuff instead of adding the petroleum, the paraffin in it. But now he's adding that copper stuff. So it is actually supposed to extend these lives. I don't know all the info, Greg, but it's supposed to make these your Hive equipment last up to 20 years with adding that. You can chime in and let me know for sure, Greg, but I don't know all the details that you know, but I'm happy to promote any of the stuff that Nature Image produces because it is top notch. Hive Castle says it's 1 million years. Yeah, it might be because I'm telling you, it's some awesome looking stuff. Now, Greg says we're producing, creating family heirlooms. Yeah, you could pass your Hive equipment on from one generation of beekeeper to the next, and it will still be there. There's no doubt it will. I'm really sorry that I didn't bring that box home. I would show it right now, Greg. In fact, this is last year's box that I got from Greg, and now this year they're dark brown greenish color. So I'd love to have both of these boxes here up in the office. So I definitely want to get that box from you, Craig. Freedom Apiaries. Pat, good morning. All right, so let's see, how long have we been on? Oh, only an hour. So we still got at least a half an hour more to. Thanks, Greg. Thanks so much. Kenyatta, I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I have a wonderful life. Anybody that is blessed enough, like I am, to be able to basically come to the Abbey every day to go do my prayers with the monks twice a day, and then to go about doing the business of work it's not work for me. It's joy. It's happiness. I'm always blessed. I really am, and I wish everyone that could know the happiness, the joy that I feel inside, and it's rooted in my faith, and I hope I can express that in the videos and in the work that I do. So I'm gonna. I want to move on to the next part of what I want to talk about, and y'all probably already guessing what it is. Remember all those uh, honey labels that I've got in our honey house. Well, those labels people send me uh, in the mail or in any means they can. So I think I'll do that one first. Let me do it that way first. So when I was at the NAHBE, I got a ton of them, a bunch of them, and so I just want to share those because one of the goals of me wanting to go live at least once a month is to give recognition to people that have given me things, sent me things, given me things, because I don't have any other way of doing it. I don't want to post it on a video, and I think if I go live and acknowledge the gift that I received from you, at least I can in some way give back to that person my appreciation for the gift that they gave me. And so while I was at the NAHBE, hello, good morning, Heather. I know it's not morning time over there from Melbourne. Uh, I, when I was at NAHBE, I had lots of people bring me honey labels. So remember the honey bottles from the hot honey from Jeff. Well, these are the labels that he gave me. Let's see if I can do this right. Bourbon barrel aged. So I never got any of that stuff, Jeff. You might have to save me a bottle of that. Oh man, just regular honey. Come on, huh? And of course, the picante. I didn't get the jalapeno. Well, I've already got that label, but it's on the bottle. So we got those labels from Jeff. Let's see. This one, I got to do this right. Patoka Valley honey, and I remember seeing Patoka. I think that's in Tennessee or Kentucky. I can't remember, but look at that beautiful label. Patoka Valley honey. Now look at this one. Papa John's, and that ain't no pizza. All right. Placida Fish Market in Rotonda, Florida. Papa John's honey. Look how pretty that label is. Beautiful honey label. Beautiful. Now this is, I love this one right here. Look at this one. It's two of them. He sent me two of them, a big one and a little one. Gagner Farms in Canada. Look at that beautiful label. And not only did he send me one, look, third best flavor awarded in North America Hive Life 2023. Wow, awesome. Congratulations on that one. He sent me two of them, a big one and a little one. And so what I'm doing when I get multiple labels, I try to put them all in the same little cell inside on the wall. So that's where these two will be going. Beautiful labels. I love those, the design of that. You got a tractor and you got bees. That's a winning combo. Oh, this next one is from my friend James and Sherry Elam. And Sherry is the editor, I think editor, but she works for Texas Bee Supply, and these are the labels that her and James gave me. I love their system of selling honey. They sell honey. They just put it outside, and it's an honor system. They put it outside in a like a mailbox. It's not a mailbox, but a big box, and people just leave their money and they sell all their honey that way. Blue Ribbon Honey Company. Thanks, Sherry. And Sherry, it was a real honor for me. I don't know about the rooster. He probably didn't. He didn't feel so honored. He's that kind of guy. But being able to speak at your little presentation center in your booth, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, I know Randy had a good time too. But I could tell Randy that. Hey, good morning, Steve. Good morning, another member, and I got to see Steve at the NAHBE. So also in Texas, all the honey has to be, I guess, what is it like, inspected, or it has to be approved by them. So they get this. If your honey is approved, you get to put this sticker on your honey as well. So that goes along with the two labels that James and Sherry sent me. This was the first label or labels that I received when I got up there. Let me do this right. I'm not very good at this. So I'm going to have to read it. House Honey Apiaries, and it's in Edgar Springs, Missouri. I ought to put that up so you all can see that too. So I got two of those, and they will be going side by side up on the wall. And I love a skep on the honey label. That's such a beautiful design. Hubbard's Honey, Brighton, Tennessee. Beautiful label. Very simple. I like that. I do like a skep. And this lady from Edie Creek's apiary, she had a whole card of these. And I said, no, just two would be enough. So she gave me two of her labels. Awesome. And then the last one that I got, his name is Jim, and he had written a little note. So let me read. Oh no, I don't have. I got one more too. And it says, Mr. Ed, enclosed is a check for 2 bottles of honey from the Abbee. Well, Jim, you gave me enough money, so I just sent you 3 of them, because golly, I sent 2 of them were from the fall harvest, the one that the video that I just posted a few weeks ago. It's that dark honey, which is the one I prefer. I just think it tastes better than the spring or summer honey. And then one of of our regular harvested honey, the one that was in the summer. I always enjoy your YouTube videos. I wonder if there is a way to get some honey with some honeycomb in it. So I get that question asked a lot, if they could get honey with honeycomb. But the only time that I get honeycomb with honey is when I do cutouts. And since I don't sell the cutout honey, that's the honey that the monks get. They get all of it, almost all of our honey that if I have surplus honey from cutouts, that's the honey that the monks get. They don't even get to eat their own honey. But trust me, the diversity of honey, the different flavors of honey that they get, I think they prefer that, as I know for sure that I do. So I don't sell any comb honey. Please send the honey to the address. By the way, there's honey jar label from our honey company. It's a small, but we're growing. And may God bless you. Jim Branson. So this is, let me see what I did with them. Oh yeah, here it is. Here is Jim's honey label right here. Eclipse Reserve. What is that? Boro Bees. Beautiful label right there. And then here's their business card from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Thank you, Jim. Thank you very much. Oh, and he did give me a little bit of a tip too. How about this for a gift? Uh-huh. That's $1 million, Dirt Rooster. $1 million. Abbee Honey is going to be very, very glad to get that. $1 million. Woohoo! And I got one more. And um, one of the deals that happened when we were up there was it was the youth beekeepers, and I bet I signed at least 10 smokers. One of the giveaways that all these participants in the youth beekeepers group, they got these stainless steel bee smoking kits, and it had all kinds of tools, smoker, all kind of stuff in there. Um, and I bet I signed 10 of these boxes, and uh, I remember two of them particularly because the first ones that came up to me, it was a set of twins, little girls, 13-year-old girls, that follow along with my YouTube channel. And I'm sorry I don't remember your names, but uh, I was happy to sign your kits, and delighted that you follow along with my YouTube channel. And the second one was a young kid named Gunner, and and I remember they live in Kentucky because I talked to him and his dad for at least 20 minutes um, uh, about the problems that they have as beekeepers in Kentucky, especially since they live in an area where it's all they grow is, oh man, I forgot, it might be soybeans and cotton. I don't remember. It's just two major fields, and that's all they have out there. And the farmers aren't very um, receptive to trying to accommodate any beekeepers. It's a hard road to plow for him. And Gunner is I think Gunner is 13 or 14 years old, and this is his label that he puts on his bees. But this is a nice patch that I'm going to put up on my wall up there. So Gunner, congratulations on winning your award, and thank you so much for giving me that label. Awesome, awesome. All right, let's see. I'm so sorry I couldn't follow what y'all were talking about because I don't know what it is. All right, let's see. We've been on for an hour and 13 minutes. We got about 15 more minutes, and then it'll be time for me to get going. So remember, I'd love to have your label hanging on the wall in the honey house. So if you haven't sent me a label and you want to send me a label, the address to send that, you can go to the description of this video and you'll find it in there. Or if you even want to buy honey from the Abbey, that address is in there as well. So go to the description of this video or to my channel, and in the channel you will bees and bikinis, good morning. um, uh, you will find the address to send your label or to inquire about getting some honey. All right, so also um, you can even bring your label here to the Abbey and give it to me in person. Or what happened in this case, Bert, since I wasn't here when he came by, he dropped his label off at the gift shop. And so these are the label. This is his label right here from Bell Chase. So Bell Chase, from here, it's probably about 50 miles away. I've done a lot of fishing down in that area of the world, Belle Chase, Louisiana. Bert, thank you. And of course, letters, cards, all that stuff, or the labels when they send it to me. This is the address is there. So Clay, I just want to know. So Clay sent me a Christmas card and his label as well. Remember, here is Clay's honey that he gave me while I was up in Kentucky. So this great little Christmas card that he sent, he says, wishing y'all a very Merry Christmas and a blessed New Year. Looking forward to seeing you at the Bee Expo. No midnight fire alarm. So last year at the Expo, we were staying at the hotel, and 2 nights in a row, the fire alarm went off and everybody had to go out. Oh, it's terrible. And it was at midnight. This year, I hope not. It doesn't happen. Blessings, Clay and Amy. Thank you, Clay. Amy, thank you very much for the honey and for your label. Let's see. Another Christmas card from Sarah's Happy. Is it Sarah's Happy Honey, I think is what it says. And it says, may the Christmas seasons bring happiness and joy to you and your family. Stephen and Sarah Gillespie. And I'm trying to see where they're from. I think it's, I don't know, Columbus, Ohio, maybe. I don't know. Look at that swarm. Rooster, you wish you could. Oh, that's not a swarm. Yeah, it is. That's a blackberry, not a swarm. Rooster, I bet you wish you could catch one that big. And let's see. From Denny Kisher in Convoy, Ohio, sent me his beautiful, look at that label. Denny Ray's Bees, Convoy, Ohio. Oh, that's going to look good up on the wall. Thank you, Denny. Thank you very much. Remco Brands from the Netherlands. Good morning. And then let's see what else we got. Oh, yeah. So this is another beekeeper I met up in Louisville. A&M apiaries. I don't know very many beekeepers that actually have a card for their apiary, but look at this. This is really impressive. So this is James. Let me make sure I pronounce it right, because he gave me directions on how to pronounce his name. Zadepsky, James Zadepsky. And what's really cool about James is not only is he a beekeeper, but he's a cabinet maker. And my dad taught me the trade of cabinet making back in I began in 1972. He started teaching me that. And I went on to make my living for a number of years in woodworking, which is, how and why I wound up at the Abbey to help with their caskets. So James sent this card, as well as a letter, as well as his labels. And now let me read you the letter that he sent. It says, hello, Jeff. This is a long overdue note and honey label submission. I have been enjoying your adventures for years. I appreciate your willingness and dedication to sharing your experiences. I hope to meet you in person at NAHBE. And we did meet and we did talk. And by the time you receive this, maybe we already have met, and we did. I am a 4th generation New Jersey beekeeper. I live in Delaware River Valley and managed between 50 and 60 colonies while working a full-time job managing a cabinet shop. I have included our front and back labels. The back label has a photo of me as a high school freshman in 1979. I also included one of our new brochures that my 23-year-old son created for us. A&M Apiaries was named for our children, Alexandria and Matthew. Thanks again for entertaining me and countless other beekeepers. Sincerely, James and Deborah Zadepsky. Well, James, it was great meeting you and talking with you. And thank you very, very much for your honey labels. And there's James in 1979, fourth generation beekeeper. I got one more, I think, yeah, one more. And it's a thank you card. Here's the card. Beautiful. And it's from Jared and Charlie. They actually visited me here at the Abbey. They set up an appointment and came and visited. And this is the little note that they said. Greetings, Mr. Ed. My wife, Charlie, and I just wanted to drop you a brief note to let you know how much we appreciate the personalized tour of the Abbey and your beekeeping operation that you gave us. We absorbed so much information from your detailed explanations and the hands-on activities that you allowed us to participate as in memories we will not, it will be memories we will not forget. So very often when people come here, and I set aside time for visits, and I really do like showing off our operation, because for most hobbyists, it is just impressive that a beekeeper could and I'm just a simple beekeeper, but that you could have the equipment and all the toys that we have here. I very often say, and this is one of the things that the Dirt Rooster and so many of my other friends that I know personally, I very often say, let me back up. The Abbee Honey operation began and still exists because of donations. Yes, we do sell the honey at the gift shop, and that does help. But really, what keeps our operation running year after year are donations that people donate. Hey, Jerome, good morning. Darren, good morning. It exists by donations, and in fact, let me grab something real quick. For those that have never seen one of the Abbee Honey labels, they are not very exciting. they're very basic, but it's purposeful, because the monks the monks they don't want to have a lot of thrills and stuff. So this is our honey label. No bright colors, and the logo, the rose window right here, that is the Abbey logo. So this is our label for the front of our jars. And then on the back of the jars, remember I said we continue to exist, Abbee Honey, by donations. And on the back of our labels, these are what we call Abbee Honey sponsors. These are people that year after year donate money to Abbee Honey so that we can continue on. And so all those names, some of them are in memory of, some of them are families. It just it's just all kinds of names. But all these people help keep Abbee Honey alive and upgoing. So the this month, I received another donation from two. In fact, they're on here. Let's see, Biddy Basketball International and Jimmy and Gail Martin. They both sent in their contributions to help with the Abbee Honey program. Now, for those two, we have three sponsorship, three levels of sponsorship, and they're called the drone sponsorship, the worker bee sponsorship, and the queen bee sponsorship. And the drone bee, if they donate $100, the worker is $300 or more, and then the queen is $500 or more. And to be if you're a worker or a queen, then you get your name on the back of our label. So these people every year they donate that to help us. And there's some people that donate that don't want their names on our label, so I don't put it on it. So thank you, all of our sponsors, and all of you who buy Abbee Honey. You are actually helping us keep that operation. So if you come to the Abbey, I'm happy to give you a tour and show off what I do for the monks and the bees here at the Abbey. So let me see. Let me get back to you. From your detailed hands-on activities that you allowed us to participate, we certainly share your love of nature and this tiny creature with all they can teach us about our loving creator and maker. Amen. Because you certainly went above and beyond on our expectations with this beautiful tour you gave us, we want to express our thanks with a small token of our appreciation, a gift card to Mr. Ed's Cafeteria. That's right. So thank you again for all you do in teaching those around you about bees and honey. Please keep making more videos because we enjoy them so much. Warm regards, Jared and Charlie. And they live in Beedico. And here's the gift card that they gave me. But Mr. Ed's, and we shown that Charlie and me eating in there on several occasions. So I think that was everything I needed. Horse tuna, good morning. No, it's not. The sponsorship is yearly. It's a yearly contribution. So when they donate to Abbee Honey, it's a yearly thing. So if it's more than $300 a year for the Abbee Honey program, then their name goes on all the bottles. Every bottle of honey, their name goes on in appreciation for their gift. It's so minor, and just like my members, they just want to help. That's all. They don't even really want the recognition, but it's something that that I want to do for them. Just like coming on live to thank you all for the gifts that you've given me. I want to at least recognize these people, and it's just a small thing, a small way of doing it. Short pants bee farms. I would love to visit, but want to be put to work like cleaning frames. Let me tell you, if you want to, but I remember short pants. You don't even live in the United States, so that'd be impossible. But look, if you ever want to come over here, you're more than welcome. Like world famous Mike Barry says, if you come to the Abbey to visit with Mr. Ed, you might be put to work, and I do. But We have a lot of fun working. Oh, look at that. So yeah. In fact, when I was up at the NAHBE, uh, a long time viewer, and I've met this man number of times. JW, uh, he lives. Oh man, I think it's in Georgia or South Carolina, but he's a lifetime cattleman, beekeeper, just a great man. He is all the time when Joey Rouse goes live on Tuesday night. JW is on there all the time, and JW is going to come down to the Abbey and visit me, and I believe that Tom from Via Beekeeping, he's going to come with him. So yeah, bring a buddy with you. Look at that Foxhound Bee Company. You know, and I got let me show. I got that right here. Uh-huh. It's going on the wall. It's going on the wall. Uh, Great guys. I got to talk to Brian and Adam at the uh, NAHBE. Oh, wonderful guys up there. And they're the ones that handle the Cypress bee boxes. And just a fond thing for Cypress. So Tim, I just want to tell you and Hannah come here. I ain't going to be able to give you that because it's going to be gone. Thank you, Melissa. I forget where people live. I can't remember everything, but I do know that JW. Every time Joey Riles goes live on Tuesday, JW is on it. Wisconsin. So that's right. So you live in the United States. Come on down. I'll be happy to put you. I'll be happy to put y'all to work. All right, let's see. An hour and a half. It's now 10:30. All right, 10 more minutes because I got mass to go to and I want to get ready for that. So, all right, I'm going to read comments now. So, any questions that you want to ask? Oh, you know that is one thing I want to mention. And I know Melissa, you can help me with this. What is uh what is the name of the group? Like No Life Beekeepers or something like that? That they it's just a group of people, group of beekeepers that you all are just like buddies. And I know 3/4 of y'all are watching me right now. But they did at NAHBE, they got a room at some restaurant. Uh, uh, they didn't invite me because I must have a life. Um, well, yo, so every first Saturday of the month, I will be going live. So put that on your calendar, and that way you won't just catch me at the end of it. It'll begin at 9 in the morning and run till uh, at least 11. Let's see. Wait. Well, now, so because Brian, he lives a little north of me, about it's probably about 80. No, not that, about 50 miles north of me. So come in, visit at the Abbey. I'd love to see you guys. Pauline Evans from Nelf in Wales. When and how did you first get interested in bees? Quick story that that all began in about 1977, prior to me coming to the North Shore in Louisiana. That look at that. Good morning. No Life Beekeepers. Thank you, Lee. Thank you. No Life Beekeepers. I want to be a part of that group because really I don't have a life. Well, okay, I do have a life, but I don't. I love sharing it with you guys. I moved to across the lake, and when I did, I saw a guy. I met a guy who had bees, and I said, "Man, that is so interesting." So when I moved over in 1978, boom, I got my first bees. I've been keeping bees since 1978. Carl Jobere, good evening, Mr. Ed from South Africa. Glad to have you here, Carl. Thank you. Well, Deborah, it's the first of the month. And I was at NAHBE. I couldn't go live. It was too much stuff. But it'll be the first Saturdays of every month. So that's how I'll label it. January, February, March. But that's how we're going to be doing it. Where did you live before you moved? I was born and raised in New Orleans. Now, my dad was in the Air Force, so we moved around. But in 1969, when he retired, we moved back to New Orleans, and then I lived there until 1978, which is only 9 years more, and then I moved across to the North Shore. So Melissa from Via Honeybee says we had 50 plus people at the dinner, including the Dirt Rooster, the Sumners, and world famous Mike Barry stopped by for a photo. It was a great time. I did see the photo, man. It was awesome. Melissa, send me the picture because I want to see that picture. Send me the picture. I really want to see it. We talked to Lee the other day about me pushing buttons in his studio and looked at me make weekend. Look, Tim, when you go up to Lee's, because you got to pass right by me, pick me up. I want to go up there with you. I really do. That guy has got such an awesome studio. Vincent Sable, have you always been treatment free? Since day one, I have been treatment free. We run somewhere. My last count, we were at about 180 hives, and none of them are I don't treat. My philosophy on treating bees, all of our bees are mutt bees. They're mongrel bees. They're bees that I got from cutouts or swarms or splits. None of them have ever been treated. So why should I treat? I'm not going to do it. Lee, you were born in 1978. Darn. Oh, yeah, but it doesn't make me feel old. I know I'm old. Christine McCready. Mr. Ed, I love your channel. Your videos are definitely educational and joyful. Thank you. Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure, Christine. My pleasure to do it. All right, Tim. Tim, we gotta share contact information so I can get in touch with you. I know I always kid about the Dirt Rooster. That guy has an extra phone just to contain all the phone numbers that man has. And I know, Tim, you are in there. So I'll get you in for him, and I'll give you guys a call because I really love to talk with you and meet up with you. It'd be awesome to go up to Lee's and do a show up there with him because his studio is first class. Mike, world famous. That's world famous. Mike Barry and I did one sometime during the year, and oh my goodness, it was a Buck. So Buck is in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Good morning, Buck. And he's a member of the channel, and I'm grateful for you. I hope you and your bride had a great new year and have a blessed one as well, Buck. And thank you for your emails and just put up with my tardiness in responding. It's just how I am. It's not that I don't want to. It's just that this stuff gets buried and I forget. So thank you for all that stuff. No Lie Beekeepers also raised over 2,000 in a raffle for Hive Heroes. Oh man, that's awesome. Philip at RTX Honey started last year. That is awesome. Thanks, Steve. He says, sting the like button, y'all. Well, that's pretty good. 104. That's awesome. That is. All right, let's see. Amen to that. The Sun Hill Studio says, bless the hives and beekeepers in the California wildfires. All right, so it is now an hour and 40 minutes into it. All right, we're going to do 5 more minutes, and that'll have to be a wrap up. Jerome Bee Farm, like stung 87. What is that? What is that, Darren? What is that, stung? Darren, it was really awesome getting to meet you after all this time. I mean, dude, you look like you're about 30 years old. And I know you got one of the most stressful jobs in the world. What is it? Do you are you in that flight tower bringing planes in? Oh, it was awesome, Darren. It really was. So Darren's got a YouTube channel, Jerome Bee Farm and Homestead. Uh, I've been following Darren, like I said before, years. He is the deputy director of logistics at the Oklahoma airport. I know that. Woo, dude, you need to retire. But thankfully, when you do, you'll have lots of stuff to do. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. So before I wrap it up, I want to thank everybody, all my subscribers, all my members, all who have sent me labels, all who have sent honey, all have given me gifts. Um, I thank you very, very much for it. I'm humbled. I really am. It's it's what an honor to be graced with such blessings of people from like you guys and gals, and I can't express my real gratitude for it. So just thank you all very, very much. So thanks for watching. Keep on watching, and I will be making more. Until next month on Saturday, the first Saturday of the month, or the next video, I'm out of here. Until next one. God bless everybody. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. And we are ending it. Bingo.